Hi, my name is Blas Armando Gastelum. I'm in your communications class. This is my analogy speech, and this is my audience. All right, so has anybody woken up in the middle of the night to either a fire alarm going off or a loud thump in your house, and then you're suddenly awake and you feel your heart's racing because you don't know what's going on. Your skin is flushed, and suddenly have a bunch of energy, even though it's 3 o'clock in the morning and you're in a dead sleep. That is called your fight or flight response. It is controlled through the central nervous system, which is consistent of your brain and your spinal cord. And then from there, we have our sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous system, which controls our automatic systems, as in our bowel movements, our heart rate, our breath rate, even food digestion, everything that's done automatically. And the fight or flight response was first theorized by Walter Bradford Cannon, a professor from Harvard and a chairman of physiology in 1906. This was the first time it was ever talked about and theorized. So the central nervous system controls our body without us even knowing what's going on. So when we eat our food, we don't have to tell our stomach to digest our food. It just does it. Our heart rate, obviously we can control our heart rate in a way where if we want to run, our heart rate's going to go up. But if we're calm, our heart rate's going to be generally between 60 to 120 beats per minute. In the central nervous system, we have the SNS, the sympathetic nervous system, which works with the parasympathetic nervous system. There are two things. The sympathetic nervous system is what controls the fight or flight response, which we'll talk about in a bit. And the parasympathetic nervous system helps with the digestion and the resting of the human body. So when we want to go to sleep, the parasympathetic nervous system kicks in and it kind of calms you down and relaxes you. The sympathetic nervous system is what controls the fight or flight response, which activates our bodies when confronted with high stress situations, like an accident, a fire, even a shooting, which unfortunately we're in a lot in this country nowadays. So what happens to the human body during this response? The heart rate increases from a normal high of 120 beats per minute. Our blood vessels expand, which our heart rate is up, so makes us let the blood go out and oxygenate our muscles, which we're going to need to fight off anything that we're dealing with. Our eyes dilate, hence we can see more when our eyes are dilated. Glucose is released into the bloodstream. Glucose is sugar, which sugar is energy. Some things do slow down, like your digestive system. Blood is shunned from the digestive system because right now we're fighting something off and we don't have to digest food. Sometimes in high stress situations, especially in combat overseas, bowels are released. Either you pee yourself or you defecate yourself. It happened to me, first time ever seeing combat, and it's happened to a lot of hundreds of other people, thousands, millions of people. That is also part of the fight or flight. Hence, we don't need to worry about our poop or our pee or eating food. So in conclusion, we are all wired the same way. We all have that survival instinct at the end of the day. Our brains can do miraculous things without us even knowing, from making sure that we breathe at night when we're asleep and that we have enough oxygen throughout our body to keep us conscious. We can thank our primeval ancestors for the fight or flight response. Although they used to probably have to fight off big cats or weird animals to keep their food safe or their family safe, we now use it anywhere from car accidents to shootings to fires. And it's something that we don't even know we have or use. Some people have used it and some people haven't. But we're lucky to have it.